Okay, so after I finish my face, my next step would be brows. So we have two products right now that you can use for your brows. You can either use a brow pencil. One end is a spoolie brush so that you can comb out your brows, and the other end is a really fine tip pencil. Okay, and it twists up and down. This product, you will have to, if you use it daily, you're going to have to replace it every few weeks, okay? I love this pencil though. It is a great pencil. But if you want to get the most money or most for your money, I would suggest buying our brow palette. Now this palette I have had for at least 6 months and I have yet to run out of anything. This palette will cost a little bit more money, but you buy 2 pencils and you've pretty much paid for this palette, okay? If you buy the palette, I would highly recommend getting our Brow Artist brush. This brush is amazing as well. It has an angled tip and a flat tip. They're both very, very thin and have some structure to it. So they're not super, it's more dense, okay? A little more stiff. Okay, so what I do with my brows is you have 2 pigment colors. I like to use the darker of the 2. We also have 3 palette shades. One for blonde, one for brunette, and one for dark brunette / black, okay? So there is a palette for everyone. So I like to take the darker shade and I just go in, line my brows. Brows are very important, people. Even if you're just filling them in, brows make a huge difference to your look. And it's not as scary as it seems. These products make them look very natural. They're not going to look drawn on. So I use the dark to line, and because my hair is pretty dark right now, I usually fill it in with the darker as well. But if you want more of the ombre look, you can use the lighter shade in the front and use the darker shade towards the tail. It's kind of preference. So very simple, does not look drawn on, does not look crazy, but looks way more defined than this one, okay? There are 2 highlight colors that you can use under the brow. There's a nude color and this is like a light pink. So depending on your skin tone, you can see which one works best for you. I prefer the nude. So I'm just doing this real quick. There's no exact science to it or anything like that. Just kind of takes a little practice for you to figure out how you like your brow to look. And I don't typically spend a whole lot of time most mornings, but I like to define them a bit more. And sometimes if there's a real sparse area in your brow, you can add, this is our setting wax that you put over top just to keep everything in place so no hairs are moving around. I actually like to apply that to my brush first and then go into the pigment color if there's an area where I need a little more attention. And then that pigment just sticks a little bit better. Okay, so that's quick and easy for brows. Let's do a quick highlighter. I just do that right under here, and you likely won't be able to see it in the camera, but it just gives you more of a crisp line underneath your brow, and I like to use the flat end of the brush for that. And then when I'm done with that, I just wipe it off on my hand and then do a quick little pass with our setting wax, just so everything stays in place. And you also don't have that powdery look to your brow. This brow palette is amazing. Okay, that's all for brows.